swear, I've been trying to record this video.
Hey y'all, it's your girl. Grada like Prada.
But with a G, don't forget the LOVE. And if you forget
and a special cameo from Diabolically Haitian.
Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me
Hello, beautiful people. It's your girl Grada. That's Grada like Prada, but with a G. Don't forget the LOVE. And if you forget the love, then we gotta talk. Okay? Today we are talking about a topic I've been really wanting to dive into because I really thought I had ADHD, y'all. I had to get an evaluation because I was not getting work done. Like, work was so hard for me to focus on. And after the year I've had with so many like family emergencies back to back, y'all, this year has been a time. Last year was harder for different reasons, but this year, I just been having to breathe through it. So I thought I had ADHD, so I got an evaluation because I'm talking to my therapist. I'm like, I'm not being able to focus at work. Every little inconvenience at work is throwing me off of my game. My mood is being blown up every time something at work just switches up or just affects the flow of my day. Like, I would try to be organized and plan my day, and then all of a sudden something would change at work and I would be thrown off. And I was like, this makes no sense that I'm this thrown off from external stimuli. Like, I'm usually pretty good at trying to do emotional management and everything, but like, emotional management gets tiring, and there's another layer there that I'm just not understanding why I'm not in control, because I also like to be in control. Trauma response. Say what you will. But I'm self-aware enough to know that that was what was going on. So I'm talking to my therapist. I'm like, I think I need to go ahead and get an ADHD evaluation. Also, side note, I went down the TikTok rabbit hole and I thought I had it because they were like, you leave drawers open. I leave drawers open all the time. My girlfriend hates it. I leave cabinets open. I'm changing it, y'all. I'm working on myself. But just little habits, little things like getting thrown off my schedule, things like that. The TikTok ADHD rabbit hole told me that I had it. Okay? You couldn't tell me nothing. They gave me a list of people to reach out to. I found a good psychiatrist, a Black woman. Yes. Y'all, and she is energy, okay? She's so kind and so patient, and just, I remember during the evaluation, she's like, yeah, I don't really suffer from like anxiety or depression or like certain things. So like, she's like, but I do understand how it can be exhausting or how it can just play a role in taking you out of the game with certain things. And I'm like, wow, you really be out here with no anxiety? That baffled me, that people just be out here not anxious. Long story short, I do the evaluation and she's like, honestly, she was like, you don't present like ADHD to me. So I go in there, talking to the lady. I'm telling her about my past, my childhood, all that. She's like, well, you don't I'm not going to rule it out completely, but you don't present as ADHD. I see a lot of people who have it. And she was like, you don't really present as it, but I do feel like there's some underlying, pretty much anxiety is underlying and has not really been dealt with. So she's like, let's work on the anxiety first. And after working with my therapist for literally like 1 or 2 sessions, my therapist diagnosed me with GAD. For those of you who don't know, that's general anxiety disorder. And it's like, I knew I was an anxious person. Like, I knew I'm an overthinker, but to think, oh wow, like you gonna put a label on that? Again, outgrowing the cultural conditioning. And so putting a name to it was like, okay, I get that. So then I was put on Wellbutrin. My primary care doctor gave me Wellbutrin as something that was supposed to jumpstart the process of working on my anxiety. But then when I met with the psychiatrist, she said, well, Butrin could actually make it worse. It could actually, it doesn't really solve the problem of anxiety. So she diagnosed me and would just say, like, let's focus on your anxiety. We're not going to call it ADHD. So then I get on Zoloft. So today makes 30 days of being on Zoloft, and I was nervous because I had heard a lot of bad things. Well, not a lot, just in my family. One of my siblings was on some medication for anxiety and depression and had a really bad response to it. Pretty much was out of the game, not really active, not present, not really feeling anything. And so maybe it was too much or whatever, but I'm starting with a low dose. And honestly, the first day I was nervous because I took it at like 4 p.m. because I got it late. And I was like, oh my God, I feel something. I don't know what it is. I don't know. This is weird. And then the next day I took it again. I took it in the morning. And I was like, okay. And so over time, I'm noticing little things that are changing. And honestly, it flipped my world upside down. It flipped my world. It gave me so much clarity as to why things were happening in my life. Like, after the year I've had, like I said, with a lot of family emergencies and whatnot, of course my anxiety peaked. Like, it went to another level. I just want to share the impact that it has had on my life, because I feel like a lot of Black women have this cultural conditioning of what medication is, what it does for you, how it takes away from your life. Now you're dependent. Now you're a failure. I told myself if I got on medication, I'm a failure. Like, oh my God, like, am I crazy? Like, what's up? And so now I'm realizing it's here to help. And yes, God made root workers, and God made doctors, and God made Black doctors, and God made doctors that listen to you. God made good doctors. It's our job to find them. And I understand the privilege I have. I'm so fortunate to have health insurance, to have a job that provides good health insurance, to have access to these people, to money, to access these resources. And I would be doing myself an inconvenience to not allow myself to take part in these things or to just try it. Like, I could always just stop taking it. Well, you're not supposed to, because adverse responses. You're not supposed to just like cold turkey stop certain medications because of what it can do to your body. So it's our job to find doctors we trust and to try it. Try the root workers, try the teas and the herbs that help you. Try the things and see what works for you. At this point in my life and in my journey, this is what's working for me. And let me tell you why. So one of the very clear indicators for me right now is the outfit that I'm wearing. I'm wearing it very confidently and proudly. Before, I was just really anxious about wearing certain clothes in public because of the anxiety I had around specifically men, but people looking at the outfit I'm wearing, thinking I'm welcoming certain attention or energy, and being very careful about that. Like, almost to the point of doing other people's work for them so that they don't take advantage of me or whatever, or try to touch me in a certain way. The only person I want touching me is my girlfriend, and I should be able to wear my little cute outfit knowing that my girlfriend looking at me like, dang, baby, and not feel like I'm going to be taken advantage of by a stranger. So the anxiety, that's just one. I have a list. So the immediate first change that I saw was more energy. I didn't understand how much my anxiety was exhausting me. I was so tired, like, especially as the season was changing. I was so tired. And then I realized, oh my God, I have energy. I want to go places. I want to do things. I want to get up. But I was needing so much sleep. Like I was so anxious thinking about my family, thinking about conflicts I'm having, thinking about healing, thinking about books I want to read, things I want to do, videos I want to make. Like just overthinking everything and trying to overly plan and control everything. And it was exhausting me. And so the second I calmed down that anxiety within my physical body, I had energy to do the things. I had energy to focus, to realize right now this is what I'm doing. That's it. This is the focus. Let's go get it done. And it wasn't exactly all gone. Like all the anxiety doesn't just disappear because some anxiety is there to save you. It's there for a good reason. However, the overthinking, the exhaustion was gone. And I'm so grateful for that. Oh my God. So next, speaking of more energy, I also was excited for social gatherings. I found myself picking up the phone more often, talking to the people I care about, wanting to call friends and family. When somebody asked to get on the phone, I wasn't like, oh girl, let me, let me do something. I had phone anxiety too. So that kind of calmed down. I went to a photography exhibit. That was my first event. I think it was like October 5th. I started it on October 1st. So that was like almost a week. That was my first event on Zoloft. And honestly, I was so comfortable. This time I kind of was like enjoying the vibes. I talked to some strangers. I saw some girls from high school I knew. And I didn't have that dreadful response. I actually engaged and interacted. And it was a nice event. It was a good moment. I was like, okay, let's do this. So yeah, I was excited to go to social events and be in these streets again. And that feels empowering. It just feels otherworldly because for so long I was so scared to do that. Another thing, I have more energy and more focus as far as doing the things that I love. I have more excitement around the things that make me joyful. I am reading so much. I'm obsessed with reading right now. And that's something that I had detached from a little bit. And so now I'm reading a lot. I've read It Ends With Us. It Starts With Us. Well, y'all saw I read It Ends With Us. I did the video on that. I'm back to my self-evolution. I'm back to those books. I read All About Love before that. So it was All About Love. It Ends With Us. It Starts With Us. The Silent Patient. And now Atomic Habits. So your girl's been going through books. And I think being able to calm myself and give myself the room to read, to enjoy something is improving my overall quality of life, if I'm being honest. So yeah. Another thing is that my girlfriend likes to go on these walks, really long walks. I'm still working on my journey with that. Okay. Because I realized I had some anxiety around that. I had I had a whole breakdown on one of our walks. And it's interesting because I feel like it's breaking down the trauma within me. So it's really good for me as far as like getting healthy, as far as thinking about my thoughts around these things, thinking about being bullied growing up. That had a certain impact. In one of the people pleasing series videos, we talked about being bullied. And so being bullied kind of put me in a box as far as like being healthy and being physically active and whatnot. Because I've always been kind of underestimated when it came to physical activity, or I overthought myself into oblivion. I'm having less pessimism around our walks. I am getting excited to move again, to get out there. When I'm outside, I'm enjoying the weather. I find myself paying more attention and being more present to my surroundings, and not in a hyper vigilant way, in a way where I can accept the beauty of things like I used to. I used to really just dive into the beauty of people, of things, of my environment. And so now I feel like I'm getting back to it. I feel like I'm getting back to myself. It feels like me. It doesn't feel like somebody who was afraid of everything, who had like a person, me, having had such a hard year. It's like I'm waiting on something bad to happen, and that's that anxiety. And so now it's leveling out, and I'm not waiting on something bad to happen out in these streets. I'm just enjoying the beauty of nature, enjoying the beauty of whatever, not thinking a freaking bear gonna pop out. Like, I had half a thought because my girlfriend did mention that bears were coming out in Maryland. However, it's not like an overwhelming thought where it's like, now I don't want to go on a walk. Like, no, I'm going on the walk. So I have two more. My second to last one is, y'all, I've been cleaning, okay? Don't look too closely at this kitchen because there's some stuff on the counter or whatever. But one Sunday, I literally spent the whole day cleaning. And I wanted to. Like, I was so excited and grateful. I was basking in gratitude that I have a home to clean. I have cleaning materials to use. I started cleaning, like, and before it would be so much overthinking going on because it's like we live in a townhouse. So I'm thinking, oh, I got to clean this whole house, top to bottom. I got to da-da-da-da. Not I get to. Like, I have a beautiful home. I get to live here. I get to clean it, make it look neat. I get to make it feel good for my family, for my visitors, all that. And so I cleaned again and enjoyed it. So that was another one. And my last point, because my girlfriend is ready to make her lunch. My last point is that I just have overall more mental clarity. I am excited to make YouTube videos. I've been staying pretty consistent. Y'all been getting weekly videos for about 6-7 weeks now. I think that's a means to celebrate. Round of applause, baby, make that. Y'all know the rest. So yeah, more mental clarity. I'm getting things done. I'm doing the things I want to do. I'm setting goals. I'm reading books. I'm reading Atomic Habits now. So get ready for the girl that's going to emerge from that. Okay. Getting into my own habits. Okay. My sense of identity, who I be. Overall, 10 out of 10. Zoloft has changed my life so far. I don't know if we're going to have to go up on my dose or whatever, but I feel better than I have in a long time. And I'm so grateful to that Black woman that is changing my life. If y'all are in the DMV and you're looking for a psychiatrist, let me know. Send me a message or a comment and I will let y'all know, because I feel like we need more people that feel safe and that we can trust with our health, our mental health, our physical health, our spiritual health. We just need that safety. And so, yeah, I am so willing to share. With all that said, I'm going to wrap up this video because my baby is ready to make her lunch. And I'm ready to get to my homegirl house because I'm going to visit my friend today. We're going to do a work from home date. And overall, I highly recommend. Thank y'all for watching. Sending y'all so much love.